I mean, there is a reason why girls don't like you. And it's all to do with perceived value. It's not really if you are a high value guy or not. It's more about, do you appear to be a high value guy? That is what gives you the interest initially. And I've only really started to see a change in my life within the last 6 months. So it's what? It's April 2022. So from about September, things started to change a bit. So yeah, 6 7 months, whatever. And you know what? It is mental because I was the guy whose DMs were literally dry all day. Especially, I mean, some of my friends would text me, like my close guy friends, but that'd be about it. Sometimes not even that. It would just be literally dead, and the female scene was non-existent. Just was not a thing. So that was great. And then it just started to change. It just started to change. And why did it start to change? Well, I can tell you why it started to change for me. So number one, I was starting to look better, but I didn't really post it online anywhere, so like that wasn't really part of it. I think the main reason was I started doing YouTube, and my stuff started to go kind of viral on like TikTok and these other platforms, and that just caught people's eye. They saw numbers going up. They saw lots of numbers, and people see numbers going up, and they think you're going somewhere. I mean, I'm pretty confident where I'm going, but like it signifies to them that, oh shit, this guy's going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, people are more interested in you. They're like, oh, what's he doing today? What's going on? What is he doing? And girls start messaging me on Instagram. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, I can't go viral on TikTok, or I can't go viral on this, or I can't do YouTube, or doesn't really matter what you do, right? It is the digital age right now. Having a presence on social media just skyrockets your options. It just skyrockets your options. Think about the guys who get all the girls at your school. They probably use Instagram. They probably use Snapchat, right? Those guys are probably degen, right? They're probably kind of degenerate. We don't want to be like them, but to get attention, they do have an online presence. The guy with zero online presence probably doesn't get much attention because all that they remember are the memories with that guy, and there's nothing to really look at apart from what's in their head. But having if you can create like an online image, that's all you need. So for me, my image is like becoming quite good now because I do stuff in public. I'm always talking to people. It comes across as like spontaneous, etc., etc. I've got all my socials and everything, and I'm very much out there. If you're a guy with nothing on your page, then yeah, of course you're not going to get as much interest from girls. Now, can you go cold approach girls and like do that stuff? Yes, you can. I did. That's what I did. I did that for quite a while. You can go cold approach girls and like set up dates and stuff. But bro, the online game is so easy. It's ridiculous how easy it is. I go interview some people and I put it online and it gets millions of views and girls are interested in me now. I literally didn't do anything. I just talked to someone. By talking to someone. I got female attention. Like, bro, it's stupid. It's like doesn't I don't bro. It's actually mental. So if you're someone who like wants more girl attention from girls and you haven't got any attention right now, you need to create an online presence. That's the first thing you got to do, right? That's the first thing you have to do. If you haven't got like an online presence on social media, it just makes your life harder. It just makes it a lot harder. So, and having your stuff on, being active on socials. So by active, I mean you're posting stuff on your like story or your Instagram or like a post. Posting stuff often, it shows that you're doing stuff, bro. What you need to give the image of scarcity. You need to give that image. That's what's going to make you attractive. If you give the image of abundance, there's nothing special about you. So if you give the image of scarcity, they're like, oh shit, this guy's like, bro, it'll be like a switch. Like you'll get zero interest, and then all of a sudden you got three girls interested in you. Like it just goes from 0 to 100 real quick. You know what I'm saying? That didn't happen before. Now, how do you actually go from the guy who was getting like absolutely bone dry interest to getting interest from girls. Okay, right. So I'm going to stick with online for now. We're going to talk about in real life in a little bit, but I'm going to stick with online because it's probably something you can start to do straight away, right? Bro, look at the guys who are getting girls, right? Look at the guys in terms of their style. Which guys do you think that looks good, right? Imitate it. Imitate it for your own thing. Now you may be saying, oh, I don't want to copy an F-boy. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be DJing. Like, you don't have to be DJing, but bro, that's what's trending. You know what I'm saying? That's what's trending. That's what's doing well. If you take an element of that, it'll probably help you. If you're not going to the gym, get your ass in the gym. And as well, learn how to take good pictures of yourself, like in the mirror. Learn how to take good pictures. Mess around with it. It felt kind of cringe when I was doing it, because like, I don't know, like it just felt a bit weird. But I was like, you know what? I need images of myself. I need to give a certain vibe off. So that's what I'll do. And like, I would go in front of the mirror with my camera on my phone. I would just like click the video button, and I would just like mess around my face and shit. And eventually, I found like a frame that I liked. I was like, that's actually I look decent there, and that ended up being the profile picture for my main channel. Like literally just like in the mirror, just like messing around with the frames, and. Bro, because when they click on your name, that's what they see. You gotta make sure it's a good picture of yourself. So I look decent in there, you know. My face looks good, my hair looks good, the beard looks good, the structure looks all nice. It's like this kind of angle where my nose looks better. The lighting was good, right? I look good in the mirror. I look decent in there. I feel like I look so much better in the mirror. I think everyone has this, but they look better in the mirror. Mirror shots are like kind of overpowered in this. So if you can take a good mirror selfie, then that'll put you in a good space. Like, this may seem a bit superficial, but this is what gets you in the door. I'm not giving you the guide on how to get the girl, go on a date, then sleep with them, because, like, I'm not really doing that right now. That's not my focus. I'm just saying general interest. Just their general interest. It just validates your ego. You just feel good about yourself. Like, of course you do. Of course you do. Like, when you got a couple girls DMing me, of course I feel good, bro. Of course. Like, my ego is definitely inflated. I'm not going to say it isn't. And it's nice to have. As long as you can control it and it doesn't absorb you, doesn't take away from your goals and your ambitions, then I don't see a problem with it, you know? Especially if you're a guy that never got that. Bro, it feels like you're making real progress. You're seeing, like, actual results. I got onto self-improvement, and it took me a good, like, 3 years to really start seeing results like this. And you know what, like... It's, you know, bro, it's the image you give. It's the image, it's the vibe that you emit from these social platforms is what's going to get you attention. Now, attention in real life is like a different game completely. And I'm still figuring it out myself. I mean, like, the cues you get from girls and stuff. But a lot of the girls I meet now, like, I ended up talking to them online first, you know? Sometimes it's a girl that I've interviewed and I end up going out on a date with her after. That's happened a couple of times. It just kind of happens. And what you need to understand is that if you're not putting yourself out there, then of course you're going to get zero attention. Like, if you're playing the alpha male role of, I'm going to not focus on women, I'm not going to post any, I'm going to delete all my social media, I am just going to focus on the grind. You can. That's cool, you can. But realize that you're not going to get any attention because nobody knows you exist. If no one knows you exist, how are they going to be attracted to someone they don't know exists? You know what I'm saying? You got to put yourself out there. So for me, I'm on all my socials now. I'm out there, you know? Like, people can find me. You know, it's not difficult to find me now. I'm not a ghost. I'm no longer a ghost online. You can find me quite easily. And in real life, you need to put yourself out there. So whether that's doing cold approaches, like during the day, whether that's going to nightclubs, but that's a bit more degen, and I don't really recommend going fully degen, to be honest. I haven't gone to a nightclub in a while. You kind of have to... So, like, doing cold approaches in real life, if you don't want to do the social media thing, that's kind of your only option. Or, like, if you go to school or university. So I completely forgot about that, because I'm not in uni or school right now. So for me, the only times that I talk to a girl that I'm interested in real life that I don't know through social media is by me going up to them and talking to them, by cold approaching them. That's the only way. Because I'm not in any clubs right now. I'm not in school. I'm not in university. That's kind of how it happens. So I'd say the first thing is build your social image online. Right? Build that online presence. I know that we're kind of like anti-social media, you know, it takes away from us. But that is the digital age. That is kind of how it is right now. So if you only use it to like post your own stuff, I don't think it's like a problem. That's what I use it for. Like I pretty much only use Instagram to post my own stuff, post out my YouTube videos, post a reel maybe of like my day, because that just helps get more people onto my stuff, and maybe text some people. That's literally, I don't really scroll or go on stories. I mean, I will a little bit, but like, it won't be more than 5-10 minutes. I'm not really a scroller. That's one thing. You can't be a scroller when you use these apps. You have to just go on and do what you need to do and then get off it. That's kind of how you need to do it. And that's what you need, bro. Then get on with your stuff. That's the first thing. The image. And then the second thing is in real life. So practicing cold approaches and getting better game. Now, obviously, working on your looks maxing, better personality, mental health, step 0, work on your mental health, right? Of course, all these things are going to contribute to it. And also, please stop beating your meat, bro. Get off of it. If you're still on it, you need to get off of it, bro. When you get off of it, you get set to baseline 0. When you get off of that stuff, you're now like a functioning man. You're like a functioning male. Most guys are not functioning properly. They are messed up in the head because of it. When you get off of it, I feel like you just kind of emit a different kind of vibe that you're not really on it. Like, girls said to me, you kind of seem a bit different. And like, I'm not saying it's because of semen. I'm not saying it's because of like nofap and everything. But it definitely helps because you haven't got those thoughts. You haven't got those dodgy thoughts all the time. You know, like you're not as clouded in your mental space. So getting off of that stuff really does help. And if you're still trying to like get off of it, then like focus on getting off of it. I'll probably make like a nofap video later. I did make one, but I couldn't publish it for family. My family did not want it live. Like they got proper annoyed, so I had to take it down. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys want me to go into more detail on like a different video, I can into this, but that's like a general thing. So bro, learn how those F-boys like take those pictures, because I'm sorry, but that's gonna get your foot in the door. Like that is gonna get your foot in the door, because that is what's popping off right now. That may not be you, but like I did a little bit of that and it just helps. Like a mirror selfie, for example, right? Like a decent one. Like just having your presence there a little bit more does help online, and like showing the shit that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like it does help. But if you want to be a complete ghost on social media, then bro, you have to just talk to people in real life. That's your only option. That's your only option, which it's kind of like inefficient compared to social media. Social media is so efficient for this. Like for if you become like higher level and people start DMing you, bro, it's so easy to just filter through it. So I think that's what it can be good for. Like social media is great when you become a higher value guy. In terms of like using it for yourself, it is quite helpful once you get to like top 20%. And I think only in the last 6 months, I've started to get into like top 15, top 20%. So I'm going to take you guys along my journey of like how I deal with it, and what I learn, what is weird and what is cool, all the ups and the downs. I'm going to just tell you guys on here, because it's been quite recent from me getting no attention to now me getting attention. And bro, I'm not even at my final form, bro. My physique is not where it's going to be. My physique has got a long way to go still. My face has got a long way to go. My nose, as you can see, it's absolutely... Bro, I'll show you right now. Look, you see that? It's a bit clapped, I know. But that's literally my septum sticking out my nose, bro. I hate it. But that's like one of my biggest insecurities. Like, honestly, I hate it. You can actually see it, right? I'm getting that fixed. Surgery-wise, it's getting fixed. So there's things that you can do to elevate your looks that helps you get your foot in the door, better pictures, better image, and then you go from there. And then that will just start to give you a bit more interest from girls. And it takes a while. It does take a while. It's not like an overnight thing. You won't just start getting girls in your DMs tomorrow. Probably take a couple months of building it up online. Then it may start to change a little bit. And be patient. This thing, self-improvement takes time. People don't get this. It takes time. I've been on it for nearly 3 years now. It takes time to start getting results. Like, this isn't... Like, I didn't just come home from school one day and I was like, oh, I'm going to start self-improvement. No, I've been on this for like 3 years now. And I know that... Bro, after like a year of self-improvement, I thought I'd start getting girls. But it took like 3 years of it. So, you know what? You got to be patient with it. You just got to be patient. Almost 3 years. But that's my rant. It's unstructured as fuck. I hope this has been helpful. I'll see you guys in the next one.